Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Tony. I am on a journey to lose 55 pounds and I was going to do a video today regarding sleep apnea and how it has affected my life and weight loss and how it's gotten better and all of that. But I did a poll and the poll was, and the results are in. If you had a time machine, would you rather it go back in time or go forward in the future? I actually feel like this is a very, very important topic. I am no doctor, nurse, psychiatrist, nothing like that. This is purely my journey and what I've gone through with my journey, my weight loss journey, my emotional journey. Everything about my channel is wrapped around trying to help with what I've gone through and trying to help others out there. And the results were so surprising and so saddening at the same time. Just a pure tragedy of life. I'm here to tell you, 80% of you said that you wanted to go back into time, and 20% said they would rather go have a time machine to go into the future. Now, I realized that, I wasn't specific on why you would want to go back. Now, if this was weight loss related, like my channel is wrapped around, we're going to go into a little bit off the weight loss portion, because I think it's very important to talk about this. But I believe that we should all work on the inside. I truly believe that. Work on the inside before we actually even start the weight loss journey. And I know that sounds crazy because you put all this time and effort into getting there and starting your journey. Just starting is the hardest thing to do. And when you start it and then you're like, oh wait, I have to back up before I can go forward. And that's exactly what I had to do with my journey. And it was hard for me. I'm not saying it was easy, because it was really, really hard to back up, and then kind of the momentum of backing up and going forward was so hard for me. So for me, I had to work out some things in my past that were affecting me from moving forward. And I just need to ask everyone out there, are you stuck in the past? And I, believe me, I understand why you're there. Completely understand why you're there, why you're stuck, why you're living there and living through the past, trying to get to the future. And it's so frustrating. It was so frustrating for me, but it's more frustrating to know that there is 80% out there of the people that voted that is stuck there still. And I realized I wasn't really specific on what I was asking there, like your past. But if you come to my channel, you know it's a weight loss channel. Do you feel stuck in the past? Do you feel like you're so stuck there? And I mean like stuck there that you have no way out. Because that's the way I felt for years and years, where I just felt like, oh, I've been here so long, I don't see a way out. So my plan on this video is to help you get past that. And like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not like a psychiatrist. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just hope that you take some of the things that I went through and that some of the steps that I had to go through to get to where I am right now. So do you feel too comfortable where you are? And is it such an uncomfortable feeling that it nauseates you? Are you there? I mean, are you to the point where you're just so sick of being overweight or obese? Are you just so sick of it, like I am? And you need to do something, but you just don't have the willpower or the steps to get there. And I'm hoping that some of these steps that I'm going to tell you in this video will help you get through at least one, I hope. Just one step. So, I had to get uncomfortable. Now, take in mind, this was not easy for me to get uncomfortable, because being comfortable, you feel kind of numb. And that's what I felt. I had to notice I was numb though. And I know that sounds absolutely insane, but I had to come out of my comfortable state just a little bit outside the box I was living in to feel that, oh my gosh, I have become so numb with this feeling of just being stuck, that I don't think I could move forward without really making just a major change in my life to lose this weight. So I wasn't living in the past, but I was in the past, if that makes sense. So I was stuck there, but I wasn't reliving it. I have a family member, and I'm not going to name his name, but some of you that know me personally know who I'm talking about. But he lives in the past. He loves to relive the past, to relive the good, the bad, you know, having memories and reliving the good things that you went through in your life is not a bad thing. But he loves, it's almost like he is addicted to drama because it makes him feel alive. So he relives the past, and he does it in a way where it's hurting him. And I'm sure there's people out there that are doing this and they don't realize that it's hurting you. It's hurting you from going forward on what you need to do. And you know, I'm not saying that, and when I get into the steps of what I did, you'll see what I'm talking about here. I hope I don't sound like absolutely crazy right now. But the more drama in his life, he just lives there. And he's stuck there. And it's very sad, because I don't think, and you have to make a decision, because we have talked about this. You have to make a decision if you want to leave that particular thing that's hurting you in the past. The past is the past. I know you guys have heard this over and over again with others. The past is the past, and leave it there and don't relive it. But it's hard. So how do you turn all this around? You know, you're addicted to food, you're addicted to sugar, you're addicted to carbs, chips, whatever it may be. You're addicted to it. And no matter how much you go around it and say you're not addicted to it, you are, because you got to ask yourself, and I had to ask myself the same way, how did I get here? How did I get so far into this hole that I feel like I am drowning and I can't get out? How did I ignore the signs? And believe me, the signs were there. Neon signs were there. The things that were telling you that the foods you're eating are bad for your body are there. You just have to look. You just have to take notice, get out of your comfort stage, get uncomfortable a little bit, and take a look from the outside in and say to yourself, OMG, what am I doing? I gotta live. I've got to live for my kids, my family. I've got to be here. They need me here. What am I doing to myself? So let's talk about the steps that I did for my journey, and I'm hoping that it helps someone out there. I really, really hope it helps someone out there, because I feel like I've come so far, and I'm just, you know, and you guys, you do you. Because you're going to have to go through some, let's just say, uncomfortable things in your past and uncomfortable things that are present in your life right now. And I'm not saying like, yes, I am saying I'm just going to be point blank. I'm transparent on this channel, and I want to be transparent here. But we have to take, so the first step that I took, I have to take little steps. So it's hard to come out of a hole and then overwhelm yourself with what's going on around you, and then basically you'll fail. But little things that I had to work out in my past, and I had to work out those in a way that it was small steps because it was so overwhelming. Feelings came back from childhood and, you know, school and all of that. And that's why I thought this video is so important, because when I read that, and I'm reading it right now, would you rather have a time machine that could only go back in time, or one that only can go forward in time? And when I saw that 80% back in time, I knew there were so many people living in the past. I had to, you know, I had to get over my mom dying. I had to get over, you know, things in the past. I mean, I'm not going to go into that, but just things that were holding me back. And I didn't realize they were holding me back until I actually started working through them and actually brought them to the surface. So you got to work on the inside. When I say work on the inside, you have to really dig deep and get uncomfortable with things that are going to make you feel uncomfortable. Because if you don't work through those, you're going to just, sorry to say it, you're going to just stay right where you are. And that's a very sad, sad thing. The next thing I had to do was I had to look at myself really hard in the mirror, because I haven't looked at myself in the mirror in a long time. You know, you get ready in the morning, you put your makeup on, you get dressed and all that, and you go out the door. But I didn't really look at myself. And I found myself not looking at other people either. And I don't want to cry, because this is, you guys are helping me work through some things as well. But I don't look at people because I didn't want them to look at me like what I've become. And them looking back at me, I didn't want to see their reaction of them looking at me. Because in the past, I used to get, you know, people looking at me, oh, she's, you know, she's kind of cute or whatever, you know, things like that, where you felt good about yourself. I got those looks. But becoming overweight and obese, I get different looks now. And I don't like that look that's coming back at me. So I stopped looking at people. I stopped looking at them. And then in return, I stopped looking at myself in the mirror, because I didn't want to see what I had become, because all the signs were there. I just didn't want to see them. You know, that old saying, here's your sign. You know, that's what it was saying. You know, you're obese. You're unhealthy. You know, so it was like right in my face, but I was completely ignoring it. So the next step is making the decision. And for myself, I had to get mad at myself. And that's just me. I had to get plumb down just mad at myself for getting this way. And it actually kicks me in the butt when I do that. And it did. And it just put some fire underneath my bottom and just said, Tony, you need to stop this right now, because you have gotten yourself in a very unhealthy situation. And that, you know, there's so many things within that whole unhealthy situation that was coming about. Like, I had chest pains a couple years ago. That didn't scare me. Pre-diabetes, that didn't scare me. Having full-blown diabetes, that didn't scare me. Not being here for my son. That scared me. So, you have to... Sorry. Okay. So, the next step I had to ask, what is my relationship with food? Food. What is my relationship, and how does it interlink with the rest of my life? Well, I have a bad, bad relationship with food. I'm getting better with my relationship with food. And it's becoming like a good relationship, but I was eating for comfort, and it wasn't like a good comfort either. It was just a temporary comfort food that you eat, that you're masking something else that you don't realize what you're masking. So that's what I'm talking about. Like when that you need to work through is the things that you are masking with your food. And I say this, I'm so passionate about this that I sound like I'm mad, but I'm not. It's just passion coming out. I want this so badly for other people to, somebody comment one day, and said, thank you so much. You're helping me work out some things. And that meant so much to me, that I was finally, after all these years, finally getting through. You know what I mean? So we have to ask ourselves, what is the relationship with their food, and how do we turn that around? So in the next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to try to help. And I don't want to seem like I'm telling, like I'm a know-it-all, because I'm not. I just feel like I have so much to say and I want to tell you guys, what I'm thinking, because throughout the day I'm just sitting here going, that'd be a great idea for a video. I really want to talk about that. And, this video, I saw that and I was just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I just didn't realize how many people were living or, just thought about, going into the past. Now, granted, I get it. I totally get it. When I was in the, in the past, I was in the best shape of my life. I'd rather go back there and, and feel healthy and eat healthy and not have a relationship with food like now, and and just wear the clothes I want and just go into my closet and just get whatever I wanted out. And I would love that, but that's not me today, and I have to stop thinking that it's ever going to go back there. I can get some similarity of it, but I can't go back and be that person, because I'm not that person anymore. I'm older now and wiser, I hope, and working through the things. Because even back then, when I was eating healthy and, when I was younger and things like that, it was okay, but there was still things in the past that I hadn't worked out, and I kind of I just put them back. I just put them away until later on in life, you work them out. And my mom, she was a very strong person, and she went through a whole lot of things in her life, bad, terrible things. And she said that, this is right before she passed, at 62, she told me, like, the year before that, she said, Tony, I didn't work my things out from what I happened in my childhood and growing up until I was in my 40s. And I said, really? She goes, yeah, because I hid them. I just tucked them away. And but so if you think that tucking away those things that are holding you back are going to help the situation, I'm telling you right now, it's not. It's not. So the next video, we're going to work on some steps together, I think. I haven't gotten it all worked out, but we're going to go into I think I'm going to do some videos on like what steps and get more in depth with it on what I did. Now I'm not going to go into like my personal story, but I'm just hoping that this video helps just one person out there that on your journey, that you can get past all of this. There's so many people that have gone through way more than what I have gone through in my life. Way more, and could be way worse. But I want to be able to help everybody. I just want to help. That's why I have this channel. So there's a lot of people that are watching, but if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, there's there's some subscribers or some people that there's a bell down below where you can subscribe and turn on the notifications down there. If you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't checked out my latest video or my grocery hauls, check out this one here or this one here if you have time. I will see you on the next one.